Below the surface of the water, an ambush predator is waiting. The archerfish hovers perfectly still, staring upward into the light. Its target is a solitary ant, navigating a branch directly overhead. For the ant, it's just a routine scouting trip, completely unaware of the precise geometric calculations happening in the murky water below. When the fish locks on, it fires. A highly pressurized stream of water strikes the branch, violently dislodging the insect into the current. For almost any small land insect, falling into open water is a death sentence. Between the immediate threat of drowning and the secondary predators circling below, there is usually no escape. Yet ants possess a biological protocol that allows them to transition into a collective formation the moment they touch the water. To understand how they survive, we have to look at the immediate aftermath of the fall. When a single ant hits the surface, it doesn't sink into the abyss. This diagram illustrates exactly why. Looking at the cross-section of an ant's leg on the water, we see that the insect's extremely low mass allows it to rest safely on top. The surface tension resists the downward weight without breaking the water's barrier. This physical buoyancy is helpful if the ant is an inch away from dry land, but if it gets swept out into open water, remaining stationary on the surface leaves it totally exposed to the predators waiting below. Individual buoyancy is merely a temporary stalling tactic. Surface tension can keep an ant afloat, but it cannot navigate the insect back to safety. The scenario changes when multiple ants are knocked into the same area. What begins as a chaotic, flailing cluster of insects trapped on the surface soon triggers a complex behavioral shift. Instead of swimming away, the ants instinctively reach out to grab their nearest neighbor. Looking at this vector animation, we can see the biomechanics in action. Two ants align, using their specialized legs and mandibles to form a rigid, interconnected grip. That tiny physical hold acts as a structural rivet. It takes a group of scattered individuals and binds them into a single, cohesive material with its own unique physical properties. Those first few connections trigger a rapid cascade effect. Dozens and then hundreds of ants are pulled into a centralized floating structure. This diagram illustrates emergence. Scattered dots rapidly connect, multiplying outward into a dense circular lattice. Tilting into 3D, the bottom layer curves downwards to displace the water beneath it. This hull ensures the upper layers, highlighted here, remain dry, protecting fragile eggs and queens. These insects are engineering an emergency escape vessel, built entirely out of their own bodies. The fully formed biological raft drifts away from the splash zone, navigating safely past the archerfish waiting below. While an isolated ant is easily overwhelmed by a single jet of water, a linked collective possesses the structural strength to withstand the current. By locking together, they distribute the physical stresses across hundreds of individual bodies. This behavior is the hallmark of a superorganism. The colony does not behave as a chaotic mob of bugs, but as a single, highly adaptable entity that overcomes the limitations of any individual member. When confronted with lethal aquatic obstacles, the colony relies on this collective architecture to keep the population afloat until they reach dry land.